Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 13 of our tutorial series where we are making our AI application intelligent in each and every new part. Today, I am going to explain how we can set up a PostgreSQL database with the knowledge base which I have built over the 2 weeks of time. A very interesting topic which I choose, on which I have created this knowledge base. I choose a system design concept and I pick 50 different topics which you can see on my screen with red color, right? And this is the entire list in my Excel sheet where we have these concepts like latency and throughput, cap theorem, asset transaction, consistent hashing, all these concepts like gRPC, gossip protocol, consensus algorithm, heartbeat, database scaling, sharding, message queues, cloud, container technology, container orchestration, cloud platform logging, monitoring, and various design patterns and fault tolerance, batch processing, stream, just to name few, right? So what I have done is over the period of few weeks, I have just created, around 750 approximately questions in each and every topics, these 50 topics. So this is the list of the questions. Right? Then what I have done is I just created, a question and an answer, which I can just quickly show you how it actually looks like in a real time. So this is a knowledge base and this is the DB output, right? So here we have a question and the corresponding answer for all those 750 questions. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to set up a Postgres server, where we are going to create a database. And then we are going to create a one table in which we are going to store this data. And once that the Postgres DB is set up, then we are going to integrate this into our RAG application the same way we have integrated the SQLite database. But this knowledge base is more dedicated towards system design concept, or I would say application architecture concept or the topic. So this application will provide us a question answer application where we can ask any question related to the system design from the theoretical perspective, and we can just get the precise answer of it. So let's get into the demo part and see how we can set up that. The technology I'm going to use a Docker to just set up a PostgreSQL. And for that, what I have done is I have just created a simple README with the Docker commands, which we will be needing. The very first thing which we need is we need a Docker volumes, right? So I'm just creating this RAG underscore knowledge underscore base. And if you are aware of this, Docker, then this is the command through which we can just create the volume, right? So unable to find a volume. Okay, I just made a mistake. This should be Docker volume and then create. Okay. Now we have this volume created. You can quickly check on a Docker side. So this is my Docker desktop. I can come here and I can see this is my knowledge base. So there is no data. That's good. The next thing which we have to do is we have to just copy this command where we are just, hitting the Postgres latest image to just run the container. So let me just paste there. So if you are coming from the Docker word, then this is how we are run in a detached mode, and we are just exposing, on our local host. So that's the reason I'm using network and host. Then this is name, and these are the two user and the password where I'm just setting an environmental variable for this container. This is the volume which we are using now, which we have created in the previous step. And then this is the image where we are saying, okay, now we need a Postgres latest. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this now. So this is done. We can quickly come here. We can go to the container and we can see now we have this container is running. The next thing is what we're going to do. We are going to get inside the Postgres and we are going to get connected to the database. So what happens is the moment, you use a user just to run the Docker container, the same name actually being used to create the database. So whatever user we have chosen, the same name database is also gets created. And that's the reason when I use this PSQL to get connected, I just get connected to the RAG underscore app. To list down the Postgres databases, we can simply say that we have these Postgres template 0, template 1, which are the default one, and this RAG underscore app is created recently. So by default, when you use user, it is going to get connected to the reg. The next thing which we need is we need to just create a table in which we are going to store the data. So this is a very simple table where what I'm saying is just create a table named FAQs, which is the same name which we used in SQLite. And this ID is a serial, so it is going to just auto increment it based on the entry we are going to add into this table. Then question and answer, these are the two different columns which we created. So now we have this table. The next thing what we need is we need to just copy this entire thing and just paste it here in the console. Okay, hit this. So now we have 733 records. You can quickly select few records and see. Select the start and queues, and we can just limit records to 5. Okay, so now we can see 5 records, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's quickly enable the column mode, run this. So now we can see this is my question. How can the latency impact user experience in real time? And then we can see the answer for that. Similarly, these are the questions on which we have the answer. Now we are going to, in our next video, integrate this to the existing RAG application where we have already integrated PDF based data, URL based data, and the SQLite database. And now this is gonna add the fourth data source, which is the PostgreSQL, which is going to be used a lot in a real-time or the production-like environment. And that is where you will understand how the power of this RAG-based application can be utilized for more real-time use case, right? So it seems like we are done with the setup where we have added all the 750 test cases for all the 50 topics related to our system design or system architecture, right? So that's it from my side. In our next video, we definitely going to just integrate into the RAG forward where we're going to see the extraction, chunking, embedding, and just store this complete data from Postgres database to the vector database, which is in our case is Pinecone. And once that data gets into the Pinecone, then our process is pretty much same where we ask the question, it extract the context, increase the accuracy of context by just having a rewrite model. And then it just feed into the LLM, the question along with the proper context, and then it's responded back with the proper response. And that is something which we want to implement in the next video. So that's it from my side. If you have any feedback and suggestion, please feel free to put that into the comment section. And if you really like this video, please give a thumbs up and just hit on a notification bell so that whenever the next video will be published, you will be notified for the same. If you feel this video can help your friends, colleagues, and guru, please feel free to share with them. And if you haven't subscribed for my channel, please subscribe for my channel as well. Thanks once again for watching my video. And as always, stay healthy and keep learning. Thanks.